In the quiet stillness of the night sky, far beyond the drifting clouds and the glittering tapestry of distant stars, there is a story whispered by astronomers, radio operators, explorers, and dreamers. It is the story of an object said to be older than any human civilization, older than the pyramids, older than the oldest ruins we have ever uncovered. It is a tale wrapped in silence, in static, and in the soft hum of radio signals carried on the winds of space. Tonight, in a calm voice meant to guide you gently toward rest, we drift into the mystery of the Black Knight satellite. For decades, the world has spoken of a strange object orbiting Earth, a dark, silent shape that does not belong to any known space program or natural celestial body. According to some researchers, it may have been circling our planet for nearly 13,000 years, long before humanity learned how to carve stone, plant crops, or write language. Whether myth or truth, the legend of the Black Knight satellite has captivated people around the globe, stirring wonder, curiosity, and the timeless question, are we alone? As you settle into a comfortable position and allow your breath to soften, let this gentle story unfold. Imagine the Earth spinning slowly below us, wrapped in blue oceans, drifting clouds, and the golden warmth of the sun. Above it, just at the edge of shadow, something ancient moves quietly in orbit, seen only occasionally by those who look carefully. A silent guardian, or a forgotten relic. Tonight, we explore its origins, its sightings, and the theories that have shaped its legend. The story begins, at least in modern times, in the late 19th century. This was an era when humanity was still discovering the invisible forces that shape our universe: radio waves, magnetism, electricity. In 1899, the famous inventor Nikola Tesla was experimenting with wireless transmission from his laboratory in Colorado Springs. One night, as lightning crackled in the distance and his instruments hummed softly, Tesla reported receiving a repeating signal, a rhythmic pulse unlike anything he had ever encountered. It came not from Earth, he believed, but from beyond it. At the time, no one else had the equipment capable of detecting such signals. Tesla had built machinery far ahead of his era, sensitive enough to pick up whispers in the electromagnetic field. The signal he heard pulsed with a pattern, steady, deliberate, almost mathematical. Tesla wrote that it felt like an intelligent attempt at communication. Imagine him standing alone in that dim, thunderlit laboratory, listening to a slow, rhythmic beat coming from the heavens. Could it have been the first hint of the Black Knight satellite? Years passed, and similar strange radio signals continued to puzzle researchers. In the 1920s and 1930s, amateur radio operators around the world reported receiving long-delayed echoes. These were radio transmissions that seemed to return seconds, even minutes, after being sent, far too long to be bouncing off the Earth or the atmosphere. Some scientists tried to explain them through ionospheric anomalies, but others whispered of something else, a reflective object in orbit, catching the messages and sending them back. An object that should not exist there. As humanity's eyes turned upward and technology advanced, the legend grew stronger. In 1954, even before the launch of the first official satellites, newspapers published stories about a mysterious dark object seen orbiting Earth. The USA Air Force reportedly tracked it, and able to classify it as debris, rock, or equipment. It moved strangely with an orbit unlike anything expected from natural space stones. It behaved almost as if it had been placed there. During the Cold War, every unidentified object was suspected to belong to one nation or another. But this one didn't make sense. No one had launched anything into space yet. There were no rockets capable of placing such an object there. And even stranger, the orbit did not match the typical path taken by artificial satellites. It moved in a near-polar orbit, something no one would accomplish until years later. Imagine astronomers in dark observatories, adjusting the old metal dials of their telescopes, trying to follow the faint silhouette drifting across the stars. Some reported that it tumbled irregularly, not smoothly, as though it were ancient and damaged. Others claimed it appeared to change shape depending on the angle of the sunlight, like a distorted, winged shadow. Then came 1960, a year that cemented the Black Knight satellite into legend. On a quiet night, U.S. Navy tracking stations detected a strange object moving in polar orbit. It was large, dark, and rotating. It did not match the flight path of any known satellite. Newspapers, newly excited by the space race, called it a mystery object. Scientists examined it with curiosity, but offered no explanation. Some believed it was leftover debris from early missions, but others, diving deeper, began to connect the dots between Tesla's signals, the delayed radio echoes, and this mysterious object appearing where no human-made device should be. The idea began to form: could this be one continuous story? A satellite older than all of us? As space missions grew more advanced, astronauts even reported seeing weird objects during their journeys. The famous photograph taken during the STS-88 mission, showing a dark, oddly shaped object floating near the shuttle, fueled the mystery. The image looked like a twisted relic, not a smooth piece of modern equipment, but something rough, ancient, and asymmetrical, almost like the shattered wing of a forgotten vessel. NASA explained it as thermal insulation that had drifted away from the spacecraft. But many who saw the image felt differently. The shape didn't look like insulation. It looked purposeful, intentional, designed. And so the legend deepened. Now, let your breathing slow as we drift deeper into theory, the soft, speculative realm of what might be. Some believe the Black Knight satellite is an ancient probe sent by an advanced civilization, one that existed long before humans learned how to shape tools. They imagine a time when visitors from distant stars came to our planet, studied it, and left behind a silent observer to monitor our progress. Others say the satellite might belong to a long-lost human civilization, one that rose and fell before recorded history began. Could humanity have reached the stars once before, only to collapse and forget its achievements? Could the Black Knight be a relic of our own forgotten past? Another theory suggests the object is not a probe at all, but a fragment of technology from a cosmic event, a remnant of an ancient interstellar war drifting across the galaxy until it was captured by Earth's gravity thousands of years ago. And there are gentler, quieter theories that the Black Knight is simply a piece of space debris, misidentified over the decades, its legend growing larger with each retelling. That Tesla's signals came from natural cosmic sources, misunderstood at a time when radio science was still young. That the photographs from space were just loose insulation caught in the camera's frame. Rational explanations can ease the mind, but the mystery remains because not all details align. Tonight, as you rest, let yourself settle into the softness of possibility. Whether the Black Knight satellite is real or symbolic, ancient or modern, it represents humanity's deepest curiosity, the desire to know what lies beyond our world, the wish to understand whether we are watched, guided, or simply drifting alone in the vastness. And now, as you sink deeper toward relaxation, ask yourself quietly, if a 13,000-year-old object truly orbited Earth, who placed it there, and what might it be waiting for? Would you want its watchers to reveal themselves someday? Let that question drift with you as you breathe calmly. Feel the vastness of the universe above, a silent ocean of stars that has existed long before us and will continue long after. Somewhere in that ocean, perhaps, a lone dark object glides through the night, observing humanity with quiet patience. As your thoughts grow softer and slower, imagine the Black Knight satellite making another silent pass above the Earth, untouched, unnoticed, unchanged. Its purpose unknown, its age incomprehensible, its presence a reminder that mystery is part of our existence, and that not all questions need immediate answers. Rest now in this gentle wonder. Rest in the silence of the stars. Rest with the possibility that something ancient watches over our world. And if you could ask the Black Knight one question, what would it be?